Hey everyone, this is Heather again, and this is going to be another video in our series on how to use live options flow to find really good and profitable trade setups. So we have two videos on intraday trade ideas on buying calls and puts. So this is going to be more of a how to find swing trade ideas using live options flow. So this is going to be slightly different, and instead of looking at the last day's options flow, which was Friday, right now it's May 2nd and the last trading day was Friday, April 30th, and that's why we had to look at April 30th for any intraday trade ideas. But if you're trying to find swing trading ideas, then we need to go back in the live options flow, and the way you go back is you have this calendar. Let's say we want to select April 21st, just click on April 21st, or if you want to select a day, you click on 21st and then any range you want. So please know that we keep 14 to 21 days of historical data in a live options flow tool, and you can use that to find really good swing trading setups. So let's go there and let's look at the flow from April 21st. So now that we want to find swing trading ideas, we can't just go through, let's say, 6,000 entries, and let's say we don't have anything in mind right now. We just want to see which stock had the best flow today, and we want to just use that as a swing trading ideas. So let's do that for this video, because I want this video to be slightly different than the previous videos. So what we want to do is a really good filter that we can potentially use is, let's click on the bot. This is going to show us all the contracts that were bought today. Then let's click on complex. So this is going to show us all the sweeps, the splits, and the blocks. We are doing this because we just want to see where there was urgency in the order filling. So sweeps, as you should know by now, are orders split into smaller orders and then filled by different exchanges. People often do this to either hide their intentions or just be a little bit invisible to other people, to other participants in the market. So these are really good because you know that someone is trying to, let's say, hide their large order into and split it into smaller orders, but our live options flow tool actually shows you the entire order into a single row. So these are good. So this is a really good filter. And then another filter that we want to use is, let's say, short-term expiration. So you might not want to use this, or you might want to use this. It's totally up to you. The swing trading ideas that I'm trying to find are, let's say, 7 to 15 days away. If you want to add some more time, then you won't select this filter, because it's April 21st and it's showing you stuff for April 30th, let's say, then May 7th. So it's going like 10 to 15 days ahead, and that's the time period that it's going to show you the data for. Like that's the max time period. Then we want to look at out of the money orders. We want to look at out of the money purchases, because that tells us that a directional bet was probably placed. So let's say SPY was 415. We don't know the side of this, but let's say Tesla, it was 743, and someone just bought a strike of 750. Now that might mean that by April 30th, someone is expecting the price to go to 750. I don't think the price went to 750. Let's quickly check that. Let's see. April. This is April. So the price went, yeah, so the price actually did not go. The next day, you can see that it went to a high of 753. So this was actually a pretty decent order, but it did not go above this. And so if you've seen some of the previous videos, you might know that we always want to see a large distance between the stock and the strike price when we are looking at these out of the money bought orders, because that tells us that someone might be expecting the price to go someone might be expecting the price to increase significantly instead of, let's say, just $2, $3, $4. So we want a large percentage increase. So now that we have these four filters, let's also filter out all the spreads, because we don't want those don't really help us, especially for this series. So this is a really good set of 5 filters that you can use. If you want to save this set as a whole, just click on filters and let's see, short-term swing ideas. Just save it, and then you'll be able to load it from here, and that will sort of click on all of these 5 buttons with just one button. So with just one click. So now that we have these what you can do is all of these columns in the table are sortable. So we want to see the largest orders. So let's just click on this. Now this is showing us the smallest. Let's click on it again. Now this is showing us the largest orders. So let's start going through some of these orders to see how they worked out in the next about 9 days. So April 21, the last trading day was April 30th. So let's see how some of these large buys panned out in the next few days. So we have Facebook first, where the stock was at 299 and someone spent $2.3 million buying a call contract with a strike of 305. Then we have another one, 305,994, and if you know what this color means that the contract was bought above ask price. And if you've seen the previous videos, you know that whenever a contract is filled below bid or above ask, that's a really strong signal. So you can see we have 305 here, 305 here. So we have three very large contracts with short expiration date out of the money, and they were bought. So let's go to Facebook here. And let's see where April 20. This was April 21, right at this. So we are always trying to find confluence factors. If you've seen any of our other videos, you know this by now. So do we have a confluence factor here? Let's see. We have this beautiful support, and we also have a support from the 20 moving average. So we have two confluence factors here, and the third one being we just saw some huge flow for a 305 strike. So what we are going to expect here for a swing trading setup is the price to reach 305, and that's and we are going to enter right away. So let's say we are checking this flow in the last about 30 minutes of the day. We are trying to prepare for the next day, and this order actually came at 9:51. So when you are checking this at the last 30 minutes of the trading market time, then you're going to see this. So let's say we find it, we look at the chart, we see that this is this seems like a really good setup because we have a support and the price fell right on the 20 moving average. Last time it did that, it went up from there. We had a support level here as well, right? And we just, if you know anything about candlesticks, you know that this is a hammer, and hammers can sometimes indicate reversal. So we have 4 signals here, and the more signals we have, the more confluence factors we have, the better it is. So this seems like a really good setup right here. So we are going to put in a buy order, and we are going to, let's say, just buy here. Now you can see that in the next 4 to 5 days, the price reached a high of 310. So you bought at let's say 299 or 300, and within 5 to 6 days the price has increased $10. So that was your swing trading setup. Now why am I not talking about this one? Because we had earnings here, and then the next day the price gapped up to 330. So I would be lying if I said there was a 100% guarantee that since you can see a large amount of premiums being spent here, this was going to go up, because these are not 330 strikes. The price ended up being on about 330 level, 325 level. These are 305. So we need to follow the flow. We can't just make up our own assumptions. This was just a case of really good earnings. So part of it has to do with this, because someone knew that the price is going to go up. Maybe they just didn't know how much, but just following this flow, we could see that again above ask orders, out of the money, short term, the price, we could have expected that the price is at least going above 305, which it did. So this probably would be your exit here. Sure, I think if you're not as risk averse as I am, or as many other people are, then you might keep one contract or keep a few contracts through earnings, and then you will probably be pretty rich the next day. So that's the first setup that we could have found on April 21st based on these filters. Let's see, we have SPY. So SPY was 412 and then 410. So with indices, I might make another video, but let's just talk about them in this video. With indices, it's hard to find directional plays, because many times they are, I believe about 70-80% of the times, they're used for hedging purposes, because the bid-ask spreads are really low and the volume is very high. So most people just use them for hedging purposes. So you can't really make a directional play, but still, let's at least look at the chart to see what happened. We were at 412 and 413, and two huge put buys came in for May 10th. So let's see what happened after. All right, this was April 20, and they came at 413. Let's see. So where are we? And as you can see, today we are at 417. So this trade idea did not work. But let's say you looked at that and you still went in. What would you do? What would be your entries and exits? You can see that this is a very good resistance level here. So let's see, this was 21. You thought this is going to go down. This did actually go down to 411 the next day. So that was okay, but then it went up. As soon as we cross this level, you would just exit. So all of these four candles, you wouldn't be in the play. So this was a swing setup that did not work, as many of these indices based options flow setups. They don't really work well because most of them are just hedging. They are not directional plays. Now let's go to AMAT 133, and we have a strike of 138. I have no idea what happened to AMAT, so let's see. All right, okay, April 21, 133. So this came in at 133. So you are going to enter here because again we have, let's see, we have confluence vectors here. So we have a support line. We went to it, then we went above the 20 moving average, which usually acts as a support line as well. So both of these are decent signals. Now we are above the 20 moving average. We are in officially a short-term uptrend as well. So somewhere in the middle of this candle is going to be the 133 level. We had some flow for 138. Let's see, we enter here. In a few days we actually read, look at the high of this candle. It's exactly 138.67. see, this is why live options flow is so important, and all you need to do is just follow smart money. So again, this was a perfect setup. Again, since that strike was 138, and when you're following this flow, you don't need to add your own judgment or logic too much. So if you entered at 133 and the flow was for 138, just exit when the stock price reaches the strike price. Don't try to form your own opinion. If you're really good at price action analysis, then sure, you just be in there. But if you're new, especially if you're new, just follow that flow exactly. Let's see, we have AMAT. Let's see Amazon. So Amazon is interesting. Tesla, we have a put. Let's actually see Tesla as well. So we just had 2 days, 21, 23. Let's see what happened to Tesla. Tesla is always tricky. So 21, you can see that 23, the low of the day was 715 and 7. Yeah, I don't think this worked. So let's see. Tesla buy put 700. So 703, and the put was for 700. So again, this did not work 23 because this was right, I believe, at the start of the day, because the open is 704. So this was right at the open. We did go to 698. So this contract did work intraday, but since the short term since this was a very short term expiration, just 1 or 2 days, we shouldn't count it as a swing trade setup. So if you had traded this intraday, then this did actually go, the stock price went from 703 to below 700. So this did work, but in an intraday setting. Let's see, we have SPY, we have XOP, we have eBay. I believe eBay did not work. I have no idea. Let's see. April. Okay, this eBay actually from 60. Let's see. Where is eBay? From 61, we want to go to 63, and this is 61. We went to 62.87. See, next day were earnings, so always stay away from earnings if you're not sure what you're doing. But this did work in the, let's say, in the next 3 or 4 days. This was earnings, so everyone got killed if they were still in the contract. So we have Baba, we have Apple. Let's see, I'm trying to see if we had any Amazon flow. We had a put flow actually, but this is 220 versus what did we have here? Okay, 413. So let's see what happened to Amazon. Someone is, it's expecting the price to go from 3363 to 3400. Let's see. And this April 21, the price was, let's say, 3362. Where is it today? It is 3555, but I believe this was earnings, so we should only count it till here, 3489. So again, above 3400. So we have looked at about 3 or 4 different setups, and I have not cherry picked anything here. I'm trying to look at anything. I'm trying to look at everything, and we have seen that these setups, all of them, especially since we had sorted based on the premium, so this was the largest money being spent on that particular day. All of these setups have panned out really well, except for the SPY, obviously. And so this is how you can find swing trading setups using live options flow. You go to some historical data, or if you are looking at the data today, you look at these 15 to 20 to 30 days out expiration dates. You don't look at anything that's like 1 or 2 days away, because those are intraday ideas and they move very quickly. So please know, you want to look at these 15 to 30 day expiration dates, and then look at where the most what are the largest premium orders, and then just try to follow them. And it'll be awesome if you can also add a few confluence factors from the price action. So we saw we had some support levels there, and then we went into those setups, and that just adds more confidence. So I hope this is going to be a helpful video, because live options flow tool, this is just a crazy tool. It's really accurate. It helps people find really good and profitable setups. Again, there was no cherry picking here, and it works really well. So yeah, please spend some time on learning this tool. This is going to be very useful in your trading career. Thank you so much.